Dear students, now we are on next topic, that is water. As we know, Earth is known as a watery planet. Why do we call Earth is a watery planet? Because 70% of Earth is being covered by water. That is why we call it watery planet. First, beginning of the lesson itself, we have learned that Earth have another name. One is a watery planet and another one is a blue planet. Now, second point, distribution of water responsible for moderating the climate and surface condition of the Earth. This water will absorb the heat of the atmosphere and make it cool and maintain a balanced temperature here, which is very helpful for survival of life. And now let us go to next page, page number 11. The self-regulating and self-sustaining structural and functional unit of biosphere is called the ecosystem. What do we say? Self-regulating and self-sustaining structure and functional unit of biosphere. That means this is ecosystem is a part of a biosystem. And now this system depends upon the sun for its energy. A pond, a lake, a desert, a grassland, meadow forest are common examples of ecosystem. Now let us go to third point. The vast network of all interconnected ecosystems constitute the biosphere. Do you understand what we say? The vast network, the connection of this one, which one? Connection of ecosystem constitute the biosphere. Thus, biosphere is that part of Earth terrestrial system, including air, land and water, in which life develops and where life process in turn get transformed. It is the life zone of the Earth. And now go to second last point. Water from seas, rivers and lakes evaporates into the atmosphere where it condenses and falls by precipitation. Most of the water on land flows back to the oceans. Thus, water moves in a continuous cycle. The hydrological cycle is shown in figure number 1.8. That hydrological cycle, we can see it figure number 1.8. That means we know it water cycle that causes what? Rain, and at the end there is a proper balance between evaporation and condensation and precipitation, without which life would not be possible. If there is no condensation, if there is no precipitation, if there is no evaporation, then there would not be possible what? Life. And water can absorb enormous amount of heat without causing much change in the temperature. That already we discussed. Water can absorb the heat that will make the land cool during the day, and the earth remains fairly. At night, the water bodies releases vast amount of heat. Daytime they absorb heat, nighttime they release heat. So, nighttime water they make atmosphere heat, and daytime they make atmosphere cool. and that is helps us to survive here. And next heading is solid crust. We may so this is what? Lithosphere. Earth has a solid crust. Due to the weathering of rocks, the surface of the earth has been formed, which provides soil layer essential for supporting plant life. If there is no solid crust, then we would not live here. Why? Because where there is a soil, on that soil plants are growing and we are working, and from plants we get food and such kinds of things. And these are all the things, I mean this is an introductory lesson. This about temperature, then atmosphere, water and weathering, and this all we will learn coming lessons more elaborately. And now let us see biosphere. Biosphere is the narrow realm of contact and interaction between the atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. What is biosphere? It is a narrow realm and interaction between the atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. It forms, why there one diagram, diagram number 1.9. And when these three of the things, atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere joins together, and there forms biosphere, because biosphere means the life of sphere. And biosphere provides all the necessities for all the species living on the earth. Which sphere provides us necessity? That is a biosphere. If one of these sphere is missing, then biosphere is not possible, never possible to form there. Okay. And so each and every layer, these three layers are very necessary for the survival of our life. And now go to next page, page number 12. Biosphere is a thin layer of approximately 15 kilometer. How many? What is the thickness of our biosphere? That is 15 kilometer. At the ground level, it extends to a depth of just 3 meter below in ocean, about 200 meter in deep, where marine and fresh water life is found. And next point, within the biosphere, life is found chiefly in two forms. One is the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. So we can divide the biosphere. Within the biosphere, life can be divided into two forms. One is animal kingdom, another one is plant kingdom. So, dear students, next day you have to read and understand the rest lessons and learn the inside question answers. So, have a nice day. Thank you.